Hello, hello, hello. This is Rich Kale here on YouTube. Rich Gen X elsewhere, and it is time to continue with Planetfall. Now, let's see. Let's make sure we're verbose. And we had just recently got to Lawanda platform. Now, of course, we have our robot with us, and we are at the shuttle platform, Lawanda Station. So, we still have stuff to do. I mean, we're stuck on this planet. We've got some sort of disease now, I think. Alright, so let's head east here. Escalator. You're in the middle of a long mechanical stairway. It is not running and seems to be in disrepair. Blade follows you. Okay, well, we gotta go east again. Fork. This is a hallway which forks to the northeast and southeast. To the west is the top of a long escalator. Floyd follows you. Okay. Alright, so let's go southeast here. Project Corridor West. This is a curving hallway leading east and northwest. There's an opening to the west. Okay. So go east. You are now at the center of a long east-west hallway. A doorway labeled Prajkan Office opens to the south. Prajkan. Prajkan. Con. Praj. Prajkan office? I don't know what that's supposed to mean. Okay. So we were supposed to go east 3 times, so let's go east again. Hallway ends here but continues back towards the west. Doorways lead north, south, and east. Alright. Main lab. This is the heart of the project's vast laboratory complex. Project Complex Office, okay. There are exits to the west and southwest and heavy metal doors to the northeast and southeast. A small doorway leads south. Floyd follows you. Okay. Okay, let's go south. This is a tiny room for the storage of laboratory supplies. The sole exit is north. Hanging on a rack is a pale blue lab uniform. Sewn in onto its pocket is a nondescript logo. The odds and ends on the shelves include a small round object, which closer inspection reveals to be a fresh laser battery. Oh. Okay, open a lab pocket. You discover a small piece of paper and a teleportation access card in the pocket of the uniform. Well, okay, take teleportation access card. All right. Get laser battery. Floyd asks if you want to play Hucka Bucka Beanstalk. All right now, Floyd. Northwest, north. Main lab. West. Project Quarter East. And we go north. Library lobby. This is a carpeted room, thick with dust, with exits to the north and south. To the west, up a few steps, is a wide doorway. A small booth lies to the east. You catch a glimpse of a small object nestled among the dust. Sitting on a wide table is a machine of sorts consisting of a video screen and a keyboard. It is currently turned off. Floyd follows you. booth 3. This is a tiny room with a large 3 painted on the wall. A panel contains a slot about 10 centimeters wide, a brown button labeled 1, and a beige button labeled 2. Okay, well, I think this is our teleporter. Nothing happens for a moment. Then a light flashes. Red E. Floyd sings an ancient ballad totally out of key. Okay. Press 2. You experience a strange feeling in the pit of your stomach. Floyd gives a terrified squeal and clutches at his guidance mechanism. And we're in booth 2. Okay. One. Oh, we're in the L-Bear lobby. 2. Okay. Hey, we got to our survival kit. Get kit. Eat brown goo. That tasted just like a delicious Nebulan fungus pudding. Okay. All right. Drop kit. Floyd cranes his neck to see what you are doing. Okay, well, we ate. Okay, west. All right. Where I was walking, nowhere, right? West. A small door to the north and a large portal to the south. Floyd bounds into the room. Floyd, here now! He cries. All right, let's go to south. Mess hall. Ooh. This is a large hall lined with tables and benches. An opening to the north leads back to the corridor. A door to the south is closed. Next to the door is a small slot. Although the room is quite barren, an octagonally shaped canteen is sitting on one of the benches. Well, let's get that canteen. All right, slide kitchen card through slot. The kitchen door quietly slides open. You notice that you feel unusually weak and you suspect that you have a fever. Ah, shit. All right. This is the food production and dispensary area for the dining hall to the north. Of particular interest is a machine near the door. You should probably examine it more closely. Okay, well, examine machine. This wall-mounted unit contains an octagonal niche beneath a spout. Above the spout is a button. The machine is labeled High Protein Liquid Dispenser. Oh, a high protein liquid dispenser. Okay. Let's open the canteen. Put canteen under spout. Canteen fits snugly into the octagonal niche, its mouth just resting just below the spout of the machine. Okay. Press button. The canteen fills almost to the brim with a brown liquid. Okay. Get canteen. Close canteen. Closed. Yeah, we don't want to cause that to... All right. Well, look at that. 10 minutes in, we've completed another task. Okay. All right. Now we gotta fix some shit. So let's go north. Oh, I want to save. Chance. Alright. Drop the kitchen card. Floyd bounds into the room. Floyd, here now, he cries. Okay, how'd you get through the door that closed? Floyd, let's be honest. Okay, north, east, dorm corridor, east. Okay, here's where everything's at again. Okay, get the laser. Floyd rushes into the room and barrels into you. Oops, sorry, he says. Floyd not looking where he was going to. Yeah. Battery in laser. Okay. The battery is now resting in the depression attached to the laser. Okay. Alright. Drop canteen. Get pliers and bedestor. Okay, we got them. Good 90 ohm bedestor. Pair of wide nose pliers. Okay. East twice. Okay. Alright. Booth 2. Floyd scampers into the booth. Oh, this is a tiny room, he remarks. Okay. Okay. Press 3. A sign flashes. Teleportation. Bucks not activated. Oh, God. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's what I forgot to do. Slide teleport card in slot. Shit. Slide teleport card through slot. Okay, push 3. Well, he gives a terrified squeal and clutches. Yeah, I know. Okay. Okay, west. Library. Then north. Okay, it's currently off. All right. And north. The hallway ends here with a large doorway leading east and smaller doorways to the north and south. The northern doorway is labeled Planetary Course Control. Okay. So, we want to go there. Okay, this is a long room whose walls are covered with complicated controls and colored lights. 2 of these lights are blinking. The first one reads, Pedestal failure. The other light reads, critical divergence from planned course. In one corner is a large metal cube whose lid is closed. Okay, open the lid. The lid swings open. The large metal cube contains a fused 90 ohm bedestor. Oh. Okay. Remove fused bedestor with pliers. With a tug, you manage to remove the fused bedestor. Floyd notices a mouse scurrying by and tries to hide behind you. Okay. Alright. Put good bedestor in cube. Done. The warning light goes out and our light goes on. Floyd notices a mouse scurrying by and... Okay. Drop bad pedestal, because we don't want to keep that. And pliers. Drop pedestal and pliers. That works. All right. So we go south now. All right. The hallway itself goes west. Okay. So let's go west once. This section of the hallway is a door. This section of the hallway has a doorway to the north labeled Planetary Defense. The corridor continues east and west, so I need to go west one more time. The corridor bends here, leading east and southwest. A doorway opens to the northwest, and a narrow stairway leading down to the north. Leads down to the north. Floyd follows you. North. Repair room. You are in a dimly lit room, filled with strange machines and wide storage cabinets, all locked. To the south, a narrow stairway leads upwards. On the north wall of the room is a very small doorway. Lying face down at the bottom of the stairs is a motionless robot. It appears to be damaged beyond repair. Okay. Okay, so I need Floyd here. Okay. Let's wait for Floyd. Okay. So, wait. Wait. Floyd bounds into the room. Floyd here now! He cries. Floyd points at the fallen robot. That's Achilles! He was in charge of repairing machinery. He repaired Floyd once. I never liked him much. He wasn't friendly like other robots. Looked like he fell down the stairs. He always had trouble with one of his feet working right. A planner person once told me that's why they named him Achilles. Okay. All right. Floyd. North. Floyd squeezes through the opening and is gone for quite a while. You hear thudding noises and squeals of enjoyment. After a while, the noise stops, and Floyd emerges looking downcast. Floyd found a rubber boy inside. Lots of fun for a while, but must have been old because it fell apart. Nothing else interesting inside, just a shiny from its board. Oh. Well, we're going to need that board, Floyd. Floyd, get bored. Floyd shrugs. If you say so. He vanishes for a few minutes and returns holding the Fromets board. It seems to be in good shape. He tosses it towards you, and you just manage to catch it before it smashes. Sounds like something some people I know would do. Okay. South. All right, so then we go east. Okay, south, east, and north to find the planetary defense room. Planetary defense. This room is filled with a dazzling array of lights and controls. One light blinking quickly catches your eye. It reads circuit board failure warning. Axis board controls the discrimination circuits. Axis, axis. There's a small access panel on one wall which is closed. Axis board controls axis. Yeah, so we're gonna have to fix that. Alright, let's open the panel. The access control panel contains a first 17 centimeter from its board, a second 17 from its board, a third 17 centimeter from its board, and a fourth 17 centimeter from its board. Floyd says, Floyd going exploring. See you later. He glides out of the room. Okay, get second board. The from its board slides out of the panel, producing an empty socket for another board. Lloyd bounds into the room. Lloyd here now, he cries. Okay. Put shiny board in panel. The card clicks neatly into the socket. The warning light stops flashing. Floyd reminisces about his friend Lazarus, a medical robot. Drop board. Floyd recalls the time he bruised his knee. All right. So we have now completed another task. Okay, well, that's good. Okay, now we have to get another thing. All right. So now, all right, we're getting close to the end of this here. All right, let's see. So we go south. Okay, then we go west again. Now we go northwest. Infirmary. You have entered a clean, lighted place. There are a number of beds, some complicated looking equipment, and many shelves that are mostly bare. Lying on one of the beds is a small red spool. On a low shelf is a translucent bottle with a small white label. At the bottom of the bottle is a small quantity of medicine. Floyd follows you. Okay. Interesting. Take bottle. Okay. Drink from bottle. Oh. Open bottle. Drink from bottle. The medicine tasted extremely bitter. Floyd, rummaging in a corner, finds something and carries it to the center of the room to examine it in the brighter light. It seems to be the breastplate of a robot, along with some connected inner circuitry. The entire piece is bent and rusting. Floyd stares at it in complete silence. A moment later, he begins sobbing quietly, awkwardly excusing himself, and runs out of the room. You look at the breastplate and notice the name Lazarus engraved on it. Oh, that's his friend he was talking about. Okay. Bottle. All right. Southeast. East. Floyd here now. Yeah, he's back. East. All right. My phone just. Bleh. East, east. Okay. South. And then east. Oh, this is a tiny room. Yeah, Floyd, we know. Okay. Slide, teleport, card through slot. Okay. Alright. Push or press. 2. Okay, we're back in room 2. Alright. 1. West twice. Get canteen. Because we're going to need that. East. East. Okay. A growl from your stomach warns that you're getting pretty hungry and thirsty. Yes. Okay, slide, teleport, card through slot. Okay, so push. All right. Press 3. You experience a strain. Yep. All right. So we're back here. Drop teleport card. Floyd whistles tunelessly. All right. Well, we got that done. Okay. Okay. Then south from the library lobby. Right a quarter east and go south. Computer room. This is the main computer room for the project. The only sign of activity is a glowing red light. The exits are northwest and northeast. To the south is a small booth. There's a pile of computer output here. Floyd follows you. Floyd examines the glowing light. With a concerned frown, he says, "Uh-oh, computer is broken. A doctor person once told Floyd that computer is the most important part of the project." Oh boy. Yep. Okay. All right, let's go northeast. Main lab. This is the heart of the project's vast laboratory complex. There are exits to the west and southwest, and the heavy metal doors to the northeast and southeast. The doorway leads south. Floyd follows you. Okay. Lock door? The door opens. Floyd wanders restlessly around the room. Okay. Southeast. Biolock West. This is the first half of a sterilization chamber to prevent contamination of the delicate biological experiments in the biolab, which lies beyond. The door to the west leads to the main lab, and the biolock continues eastward. Okay. Okay. Well, we did that. All right. Okay, so let's go east. Biolock East. This is the second half of the sterilization chamber leading from the main lab to the biolab. The door to the east, leading to the biolab, has a window. The biolock continues to the west. Northeast western end of the biolock closes silently. Floyd follows you. Okay. Look through window. You see a large laboratory, dimly illuminated. A blue glow comes from a crack in the northern wall of the lab. Shadowy, ominous shapes move about within the room. On the floor, just inside the door, you could see a magnetic striped card. Floyd stands on his tiptoes and peers in the window. "Looks dangerous in there," said Floyd. "I don't think you should go inside." He peers in again. "We'll need card there to fix computer." "I know. Floyd will get card. Robots are tough. Nothing can hurt robots. You open the door, then Floyd will rush in. You close door. When Floyd knocks, open door again. Okay? Go!" Floyd's voice trembles slightly as he waits for you to open the door. Okay. Okay, open door. Close door. The door opened, and Floyd, pausing only for the briefest moment, plunges into the biolab. Immediately he is set upon by hideous mutated monsters. More heading straight towards the open door. Floyd shrieks and yells to you to close the door. Close the door. Door closes. From within the lab you hear ferocious growlings, the sounds of a skirmish, and then a high-pitched metallic scream. Okay. Wait. Time passes. You hear slightly muffled by the door 3 fast knocks, followed by the distinctive sound of tearing metal. Okay. Floyd stumbles out of the biolab, clutching the mini booth card. The mutations rush forward towards the open doorway. The door closes, and not a moment too soon you hear a pounding from the door as the monsters within vent their frustration at losing their prey. Floyd staggers to the ground, dropping the mini card. He is badly torn apart, with loose wires and broken circuits everywhere. Oil flows from his lubrication systems. He obviously has only moments to live. You drop to your knees and cradle Floyd's head in your lap. Floyd looks up at his friend with half-open eyes. Floyd did it. That card. Floyd a good friend, huh? Quietly you sing Floyd's favorite song, The Ballad of the Star-Crossed Miner. Oh, they ruled the solar system nearly 10,000 years before, in their single star-crossed scout ships mining asteroids and bending lore. Then one true courageous miner spied a spaceship from the stars. Boarded he that alien liner out beyond the orb of Mars. Yes, that ship was filled with danger. Mighty monsters barred his way. Yet he solved the alien mysteries, mining quite a load that day. Oh, they ruled the solar system nearly 10,000 years before, till one brave adventurous spirit brought that mighty ship to shore. That's a tough one. As you finish the last verse, Floyd smiles with contentment. And then his eyes close as his head rolls to one side. You sit in silence for a moment in memory of a brave friend who gave his life so that you might live. If you made it this far in the video, please put an F in comments for Floyd. He was a good friend. All right, well, let's get that access card taken. All right. Well, now, not much left to do. So we go west. Biolock west. Okay. Open biolock door. Okay. West. Back in the lab again. And go west. Project corridor east. Hallway ends here but continues back towards the west. South. Computer room. This is the main room. Computer room. Okay. Final computer output here. South. Small booth. Maturation booth. This is a small room, barely large enough for one person. Mounted on the wall is a small slot, and next to it, a keyboard with numeric keys. The exit is to the north. Okay. All right. Slide mini card through slot. A melodic high-pitched voice says, Maturization and teleportation booth activated. Please type in damage sector number. Okay. 384. You notice the walls of the booth sliding away in all directions, followed by a momentary queasiness in the pit of your stomach. Station 384. You are standing on a square plate of heavy metal. Above your head, parallel to the plate beneath you, is an identical medical plate. To the east is a wide metallic strip. Okay. East. Standing on a silicon filament which looks to you like a wide metal highway. South of here, the filament makes a right angle and heads straight down, like a cliff overlooking a black void. The filament can be followed north, however. Station 384 lies westward. Okay. East. You are standing on a section of strip with a bombless void stretching out on both sides. The strip continues to the north and south. Okay, yeah, I get that. Strip near relay. North of here, the filament ends at a huge featureless wall, presumably the side of some microcomponent. To the east is a vacuum-sealed micro-relay, sealed in transparent red plastic. You could probably see into the micro-relay. Okay. Look into relay. This is a vacuum-sealed micro relay encased in red translucent plastic. Within, you can see that some sort of speck or impurity has wedged itself into the contact point of the relay, preventing it from closing. The speck, presumably of microscopic size, resembles a blue boulder to you in your current size. Okay. Laser. The laser, though portable, is still fairly heavy. It has a long, slender barrel and a dial with 6 settings, labeled 1 through 6. This dial is currently on setting 5. There's a depression on the top of the layer which contains a new battery. Okay. Set dial to 1. The dial's now set to 1. Shoot speck with laser. A near miss. Okay. All right, let's try it again. The beam just misses the speck. A near miss. The laser feels slightly warm now, but that doesn't seem to affect its performance at all. The speck is hit by the beam. It sizzles a little, but isn't destroyed yet. The beam just misses the speck. Misses the speck. Feels somewhat warm, but that doesn't seem to affect its performance at all. The beam hits the speck again. This time it vaporizes into a fine cloud of ash. The relay slowly begins to close, and a voice whispers in your ear, Sector 384 will activate in 200 millicrons. Proceed to exit station. Okay. Set dial to 6. The laser has cooled, but it still feels somewhat warm. Okay. South. Suddenly, with a loud plop, a giant elephant-sized monster lands on the strip just in front of you. It is amorphously shaped. Its skin is a slimy, translucent red membrane. While most of your brain screams with panic about the disgusting monster that now blocks your exit, some small section in the back of your mind calmly realizes that this is merely some tiny microbe which has somehow violated the sterile environment of the computer interior. As you stand frozen with fear, the microbe slithers towards you, extending slimy pseudopods thick with waving cilia. It looks pretty hungry and seems intent on having you for lunch. You're standing on a section of the strip with a boundless void stretching out on both sides. The strip continues to the north and south. A hungry microbe blocks your way, its cilia waving and its pseudopods towering over you. The monster wriggles nearer. It is now so close that you can make out details in the protoplasm beneath its translucent skin. Shoot microbe with laser. Somewhat warm. The laser beam strikes the microbe. The monster rears back for a moment, but almost as soon as the beam goes off, it advances again. A pseudopod shoots out towards your head. Ducking quickly, you save your life. Laser feels somewhat warm now, but doesn't seem to affect its performance at all. Laser beam strikes the microbe. The microbe's outer membrane sizzles a bit, and some protoplasm oozes out. The microbe recoils momentarily, but quickly recovers. Pseudopod extends toward you. You jump back in time to avoid being engulfed. Yep. Same thing. A pseudopod shoots out towards your head. Ducking quickly, you save your life. The laser beam strikes the microbe. The monster rears back for a moment. You jump to the side and almost fall off the strip into the void below. Another pseudopod, perhaps attracted by the warmth of the laser, tries to envelope the weapon. You snatch it away from the monster's grasp. Feels very warm now. Okay, not hot yet. The laser beam strikes the microbe. Yeah, recoil quickly. The pseudopod extends toward you. By the warmth of the laser, you snatch it away from the monster's grasp, starting to feel faint from lack of food and liquid. Oh, nothing yet. Still not hot. Okay. Laser beam strikes the microbe. The microbe's outer membrane sizzles a bit, and some protoplasm oozes out. Yes. Pseudopod extends towards you. You jump back to avoid being gone. There, pseudopod. Yep. You snatch it away from the monster. It feels quite hot, but that doesn't seem to affect it at all. Okay. All right. Throw laser at microbe. The microbe gobbles up the laser and then turns towards you. A moment later, it begins writhing in pain. Apparently, eating the hot laser was a bit too much for it. With a bellow of agony, it rolls off the edge of the strip. Okay. South. All right. 384 westward. Okay. A voice seems to whisper in your ear. Main miniaturization and teleportation booth has malfunctioned. Switching to auxiliary booth. You feel the familiar retching of your innards and find yourself in a vast room whose distant walls are rushing straight towards you. Auxiliary booth. This is another small booth. Unlike the miniaturization booth, this room has no slot or keycard, so presumably it is intended only as a receiving station. The exit is on the northern side. Okay, well, we did it. So there's only not much left to do here. Well, this will be a quick one then for me. So I've got another one done here. Well, let's finish things off, I guess. All right, open canteen. Drink from canteen. That was good. It certainly quenched your thirst and satisfied your hunger. Okay. Close canteen again. All right. So let's go north. Lab office. This is the office for storing files on biolab experiments. A large and messy desk is surrounded by locked files. A small booth lies to the south. A closed door to the west is labeled Biolab. You realize with shock and horror that the only way out is through the mutant-infested Biolab. On the wall are three buttons. A white button labeled Lab Light On, a black button labeled Lab Lights Off, and a red button labeled Emergency System. Oh, great. All right. Open desk. Oh. Get the gas mask. Okay. Wear gas mask. You are wearing the gas mask. Push or press red button. Well, this is an emergency situation. You hear a hissing from beyond the door to the west. Okay, open door. Through the open doorway, you can see the biolab. It seems to be filled with a light mist. Horrifying biological nightmares stagger about, making choking noises. Oh. This is a huge laboratory filled with many biological experiments. The lighting is dim, and a faint blue glow comes from a gaping crack in the northern wall. Some of the experiments seem to be out of control. A ferocious feral creature with a hairy shelled body and a whip-like tail snaps its enormous mandibles at you. A giant plant teeming with poisonous tentacles is shuffling towards you on three leg-like stalks. Must be a triffid. Lurking nearby is a vicious-looking creature with slavering fangs. Squinting in the light, its eyes you hungrily. Rushing towards you is an ugly, deformed humanoid, bellowing in a guttural tongue. It brandishes a piece of lab equipment shaped somewhat like a battle axe. The air is filled with mist, which is affecting the mutants. They appear to be stunned and confused, but are slowly recovering. A recorded announcement blares from the public address system. Revival procedure beginning. Cryo chamber access from Project Control Office now open. Oh. All right. Go west twice. The lab door is closed. Oh. Open lab door. The air is filled with mist, which is affecting the mutant. Okay, west. This is the second half of the sterilization. Yep, yeah. It's down. Okay, the mutants burst into the rooms right on your heels. Needle sharp mandibles nip at your arms. Okay, so we go, what, west again? All right. The monsters gallop towards you, smacking their lips. Open lock door. The door opens. The mutants are almost upon you now. Okay, so we go west, what, 3 times? Once. Main lab. Okay, the mutants burst into the room right on your heels. Neil, okay. So 2. Okay, the mutants burst into the room right on your heels. The mobile plant whips its poisonous tentacle against your ankles. 2, okay. 3. The mutants burst into the room right on your heels. The growling humanoid is charging straight at you, waving its axe-like implement. And then I go, what, south twice? Okay, we're in the Project Con office. This office looks like a headquarters of some kind. Exits lead to north and east. The west wall displays a logo. The mural that previously adorned the south wall has slid away, revealing an open doorway to a large elevator. The mutants burst into the room right on your heels. The mobile plant whips its poisonous tentacles. Go south! Cryo elevator. This is a large plain elevator with one solitary button and a door to the north, which is open. The monsters are storming straight towards the elevator door. Okay. Well, press the button. The elevator door closes just as the monsters reach it. You slump back against the wall, exhausted from the chase. The elevator begins to move downward. Well, we've managed to get there. And I think this is going to be the end of this. Now, I don't have the following series for this. This came with the Zork Anthology Collection. So once we get done with this, that's it. We're done. So I'm going to say this now because I do not know how quickly this will move. However, I do hope you've enjoyed the playthrough of this game. Next time, we'll have something else in its place. I don't know what it will be. But I do hope you made it through this video, and I thank you if you have. And next time, we will be different game, different series. But please check out all the videos that premiere on my channel. They premiere every day at 3 p.m. in a 2-week cycle. Besides this, I'm also working through other games and franchises. Recently finished Ori and the Blind Forest, so something new is going up in its place. I'm working my way through the Siberia series, currently on The World Before, which is the last of those games. Working my way through the Callisto Protocol, working my way through the Assassin's Creed series, both for the channel and for the podcast games my mom found. Channel wise, we are on Revelations. Podcast wise, we should be starting Origins, but we're also going to do a mini for Assassin's Creed Syndicate Jack the Ripper, which is I've been working on it, and it's proving to be a fun little game. Working my way through what else? Working my way through the Broken Sword games. Currently on Broken Sword 4, Angel of Death. Working through the Heretic Hexen series. Currently on Heretic Shadows Serpent Riders. Working on the extra missions. Going to be starting the fifth extra mission, and then after that, a sixth one, which came out most recently with the remaster of the game. Working my way through Mage's Initiation, Reign of the Elements, and a few others. I also have videos that premiere weekly at 10 a.m. Sunday mornings until it is done. Um, if it's not done by now, King's Quest 8, Mask of Eternity. Mondays there shouldn't be anything premiering Monday mornings because I finished Quest 64. I don't have anything to put in its place. Tuesday mornings is reserved for fic readings. Wednesday mornings reserved for one of the first 7 Final Fantasies, first 3 Final Fantasy Legends, or Chrono Cross or Chrono Trigger. Thursday is usually for Dead by Daylight. Friday usually for a fighting game, ladder, or story mode. And Saturday is usually a retrospective for a game or series I've beaten the story mode on. Alright, so let's go through the ending of this now. So we wait for it to stop and the door open. The elevator door opens to a room to the north. Alright, here we go. The elevator closes as you leave it, and you find yourself in a small, chilly room. To the north, through a wide arc, is an enormous chamber lined from floor to ceiling with thousands of cryo units. You can see similar chambers beyond, and your mind staggers at the thought of the millions of individuals asleep for countless centuries. In the anteroom where you stand is a solitary cryo unit, its cover frosted. Next to the cryo unit is a complicated control panel. A door slides open and a mechanical robot glides in. It opens the cryo unit and administers an injection to its inhabitant. As the robot glides away, a figure rises from the cryo unit. A handsome, middle-aged woman with flowing red hair. She spends some time studying the readouts from the control panel, pressing several keys. As other cryo units in the chamber begin opening, the woman turns to you, bows gracefully, and speaks in a beautiful, lilting voice. I am Valinda, leader of Reseda. Thanks to you, the cure has been discovered, and the planetary systems repaired. We are eternally grateful. You'll also be glad to hear that a ship of your stellar patrol now orbits the planet. I have sent them the coordinates for this room. As if on cue, a landing party from the SPS Flathead, God, it's a Zork ship, materializes nearby. Lather is with him, having been picked up from deep space in another escape pod, babbling cravenly. Captain Sterling of the Flathead acknowledges your heroic actions and informs you of your promotion to Lieutenant First Class. As a team of mutant hunters head for the cryo elevator, Valinda mentions that the grateful people of Reseda offer you leadership of their world. Captain Sterling points out that even if you choose to remain on Reseda, Blather, demoted to Ensign 12th Class, has been assigned as your personal toilet attendant. You feel a sting from your arm and turn to see a medical robot moving away after administering the antidote for the disease. A team of robot technicians step into the room. They part their ranks, and a familiar figure comes bounding toward you. "Hi!" shouts Floyd with uncontrolled enthusiasm. "Floyd feeling better now?" Smiling from ear to ear, he says, "Look what Floyd found." He hands you a helicopter key, a reactor elevator card, and a paddle ball set. "Maybe we can use them in the sequel." Which I think there was a sequel, but I don't have it. Your score would be 80 out of 80 points. It is day 2 of your adventure. Current galactic standard time, adjusted for your local day cycle, is 6307. Moves. This score gives you the rank of Galactic Overlord. And would you like to restart the game from the beginning, restore save game position? Well, we're going to end the session. So I hope that you have enjoyed this playthrough. And like I said, until next time, I hope you take care and have fun. Bye all.